It was a beautiful sunny day. The countryside had rolling green hills, the wildflowers were swaying in the breeze, and a weathered wooden fence seemed to stretch across the landscape to no end. Christopher Robin, a 6-year-old boy with tousled hair, walked alongside his best friends Pooh Bear, Piglet, and Rabbit. Christopher wears simple 18th century country attire, a soft linen shirt, breeches, and boots. Pooh Bear, soft and golden, strolled with curiosity, while Piglet clung shyly to Christopher's side, and Rabbit, as always, stayed alert. Pooh smelled something so delicious. "What can this be?" asked Pooh. Pooh Bear stopped in his tracks, with eyes closed as he sniffed the air, while rubbing his round tummy. Christopher Robin looks on with a curious smile. Piglet glances nervously toward Rabbit, who was standing on his tiptoes, as he sniffed the delicious breeze. The soft sunlight filtered through the trees, casting a long shadow over the grassy meadow. As they followed the delicious aroma, the friends began to approach a quaint old farmhouse, with a thatched roof and whitewashed stone walls. It was nestled cozily against the hillside. A window with blue shutters was propped open, and on the windowsill sat a freshly baked blueberry pie, with steam curling into the air. Pooh's eyes grow excitingly wide, his paws begin to reach toward the pie, while Piglet hesitated behind him. At that instant, Rabbit began to point dramatically at the pie. Christopher gently stopped Pooh just as Pooh's paws reaches for the pie. With one hand on his hip and the other raised slightly, in a polite, but firm manner, Christopher gestured for him to stop. Pooh was frozen in his tracks, while looking sheepish. Piglet held his breath with his eyes wide open, as Rabbit watched everything very intently as the warm, golden countryside framed the whole scene. As one can only imagine, the aroma smelled so delicious. They all decided to summon up enough courage to all ask for some of that delicious pie. Under a grand old oak tree atop the hill, Christopher Robin sat, with his legs crossed, while he carefully broke the pie into equal pieces for his friends. Pooh happily munched on his slice, while Piglet sat close to Christopher nibbling delicately on his, and Rabbit enjoyed his piece, as he displayed a satisfied nod. As far as the eye could see, the countryside stretched out behind them to no end. On that beautiful day, the countryside was painted in hues of pink and orange as the sun began to set. On that beautiful summer's day, the warm feeling of love, peace and joy was all captured in a special and memorable way. For these special friends, this was the perfect summer's day, one they'll always remember.